Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another video, and here we have the newly released Walgreens Exclusive Hasbro Marvel Legends Series Iron Man 2020 figure. Now this figure is just now starting to hit Walgreens. You can actually use the app to check location. So if you go into the app, go to Shop Products, search Iron Man or search Marvel Legends, you can find it. It'll still show the pre-order listing, but in there you can actually go to find in store and it'll show you if a store actually has it. It seems to be pretty accurate so far. So just a heads up, that's how you might be able to find it, because online orders, I think at the earliest said they would ship out May 31st. So I didn't want to wait for Walgreens to ship out my pre-order, so I found it in store, got lucky, so here we are. So pretty awesome packaging. You know, the highlight is going to be all the accessories and everything that's in there, which you can really see. Iron Man 2020 logo there. Side artwork looks very, very nice of Iron Man 2020 Arno Stark. We get an Iron Man logo up there at the top. Back of the package looks like so, and the bio reads, Iron Man 2020, Arno Stark wields powerful weapons and a superior armor suit as Iron Man 2020. So pretty interesting stuff. Let's get this bad boy opened up. Okay, and here is the Iron Man 2020 figure out of the package, and you can see the highlight, of course, being all the effects and accessory pieces that come together. And you know what? It's pretty damn cool. It's a lot better than I thought. I know some people have said it's kind of wobbly, and it is, but it does seem to hold up pretty nicely, so I'm not worried that it's going to fall. But if you kind of move it around, he might get a little wobbly, but mine seems to actually be pretty sturdy. So let's get this off and take a closer look at that Iron Man figure, see how he compares to the 80th anniversary Iron Man, because it's basically the same figure, and then we'll check out those accessories. Here we go. Okay, so taking a closer look at the Iron Man 2020 figure. Now this is Arno Stark. In the Iron Man 2020 storyline, Arno Stark is actually his younger cousin, because this is in the future. This isn't even 616 universe. So it's Arno Stark, and he's not really a hero. So he inherits Stark Industries and then uses the suit for more bad than good. But I guess at the end of the story, it's implied that he's becoming more heroic. But anyway, what's new about this figure is we get these shoulder gear pieces, this new belt piece, and then the new head sculpt. So that's all that's different from the 80th anniversary, and I'll do a side-by-side comparison so you can see the difference in the red and gold. But you know, it's basically the same figure. There's not a whole lot different really that's going on. You know, the 80th anniversary has these discs on the side. That doesn't have that because we get this belt. So it's funny that, you know, this one's $24.99 and then this one was $19.99. I know this one had extra head sculpts and stuff like that, but this one was packed in with quite a few accessories. So just kind of weird. It's funny because, you know, looking at the head sculpt, you get those eyes and they're super far apart, and he must look really weird under that helmet, right? It's just an interesting design, but it does look really good that you can actually see the eyes through it. It's just really really interesting looking, so that's pretty cool. This gear design on the shoulder pad that actually covers the arc reactor, it's just a soft plastic piece, so you could kind of move it around. You do want to be careful with it because you don't want it to kind of break on you or anything. The arc reactor there is kind of a translucent orange or yellowish plastic there, so that's kind of interesting, but you want to just kind of get it to sit back on there. It just looks like so. It's not glued down or anything like that, and it just kind of stops right there, so it looks kind of weird. We got this like fan disc looking thing. We got another sprocket right there. So it looks pretty good. Other than that, again, it's the same as the 80th anniversary. So same hands, we get the arc reactor or the repulsor blast hands, and then we also get fists. There's no hinge on these ones. So really, that's it. Paint apps look good, even though there's, you know, really not a whole lot because it's the red plastic, that's the gold plastic, gold. We get red right there, and then black and white for the eyes. So let's zoom out. Let's take a look at his blast effects. Okay, so here are all the accessories that comes with this Iron Man 2020 figure. So we have these blast effects that go on the ground. So you can see those grooves in there. And I was thinking, well, what are those for? Do they go behind the feet or something? When I was like, you know, that could work, but then that wouldn't really make sense, right? So they actually, what you do is you can actually kind of piece them together like a jigsaw puzzle, and it just kind of helps create a little bit more of a sturdy base. We get these cool blast effects that go at the bottom of the feet, and you can see that there's, it's kind of narrower this way. So what you do is when you port it onto the foot, it actually kind of sticks with the width of the foot and gets it to actually make sense. So you could turn it, but then it wouldn't really make sense, so you want to keep it that way. So you want to put these blast effects on the feet first. We'll port those in. and then you just slip them right on into these blast effects, and that's what holds it, and that actually looks really good, and it's fairly sturdy. Now if you're going to push it around and kind of bump into it, yes, it might fall over, but it seems to be holding up fairly well. Now over time, how will it work out? Not really sure. It's something that you're probably going to want to use just for pictures and that kind of thing. Keeping it in your display for a long period of time, I'm not sure really how that's going to hold up. We also get fist hands. We have the fists in the package. It comes with the repulsor blast hands with no hinge, and then we get these blast effects that we see with all Iron Man figures, all with a translucent orange color. So there we go. Now let's take a closer look at these blast effects. So you can see they're just done in a orange translucent color. Kind of fair, soft plastic, but you know, it's not kind of pliable all that much, so it's not going to kind of get flimsy on you, so that's really good. We get these two blast effect pieces, and you can see that there's just kind of a hole right there, and that's where these ones port right on in. They just slip right on in there, like so. Same color or so. This one's a little bit shinier. These blast effects aren't nearly as shiny. It kind of has a frosted look on some of the portions, I think because they want to kind of have it almost like smoke-like, so that works out well. It is hollow, as you can see there. They look pretty good, and it looks like they are different pieces, so they're definitely not the same. So we got these two curls right here of the flames on this one, and then you can kind of turn it around all you want. You don't have to have it any certain way, but they definitely port in together to get that, again, to make it a little bit sturdier of a base. So there they are. Looks really good. Okay, so looking at the Iron Man 2020 compared to the 80th anniversary Iron Man, you can see same mold and everything. The biggest difference is we get a darker red color in the plastic, and then this one is an actual gold, whereas the Iron Man 2020 is more of a metallic yellow. So that's the big difference. Now that I'm looking at it, there's something going on with the arm there. That looks kind of frosty and not very good. But they are basically the same figure, same mold, same everything, just different color. Here is the Iron Man 2020 figure next to the Marvel Legends Stan Lee figure. And for some other differences, here is a comic Iron Man figure, kind of the more recent one from the Black Panther wave. Here is the Iron Man Mark 85 and the Iron Man 2020 figure. Now I'm curious how the movie figure and other comic Iron Man figures, how they would look with that blast effect. Let's check that out now. Okay, so here's one of the issues that this one, the movie figure is going to have. So depending on where the peg hole at the bottom of the foot is, will determine how sturdy it's really going to hold up. Because this one, the peg holes at the bottom of the feet are right at the heel, so he doesn't fit kind of centered on those blast effects. So he doesn't balance nearly as well, and he's just going to want to topple over. But it could work out, and you just have to spend some time kind of balancing it, but that's unfortunately what's going to end up happening with the movie figure. And of course, same thing here. The peg holes are at the very back of the heel, so he just does not balance on there well. But of course, the 80th anniversary, it's the same figure, but I'm sure you guys will want to see it anyway. So we'll port that on in, port that in. So the 80th anniversary Iron Man figure will port in just fine, and he definitely balances a lot better. So there you have it. You guys let me know down in the comments below what you think of this Iron Man 2020 figure. Did you pre-order it from Walgreens online, or are you gonna just kind of hope to find it in store now since they're not gonna ship until June? I think it's a decent figure. 20 bucks is great. That blast effect is a really cool concept. I really like what Hasbro did with it. I'm glad that we're getting it, and then we should be getting a War Machine utilizing the same body mold that's going to come with that same blast effect. Where that will end up, what's going on with it, we don't know. Hasbro teased us with it at Toy Fair and didn't really say a whole lot that's going to happen with it, so we'll see when it comes out. But you guys let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this figure and everything. And then of course, hit that like button if you guys liked the video, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and as always, thank you for watching.